What? Are we like live and stuff?
Did we go
We do
live?
not care.
Hi,
I
and
think we're
welcome
live.
to Speaking from the Center.
Apple Cell.
Yay!
Yay!
Wow.
That's us, a live edition of Speaking from the Center because we're cool kids and we do it live.
What's up with Mark?
I was about to say.
What is that? Well, he is up. Why is Mark up?
Mark, what you doing up there?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
This
It's
is fine.
We're all
Don't look at me.
That's good.
Don't look at me while I
So-
do this. Hold on.
Ah!
I'll adjust you. There you go. Do you want to fix your
Fix
camera to where it was?
me.
Okay. I was going to say that would bother me if it was
Like
like
I could fix it. I could fix it on this side. It's just gonna look weird as shit. So.
Well, we're back.
So-
Hey, we are.
No, I did. I did
There,
it.
Crystal, welcome.
Hey guys, we have some additions to the soundboard. I just want to get these up for approval. I just need a simple thumbs up to get this process going.
He wasn't doing shit for his job.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm the only one that understood the assignment.
thank you. Not yet, but we'll save it.
Pretty soon we're gonna become this country.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, chef's kiss.
A
Friend of the show-
communist country.
Friend of the show, Jesse Dollamore.
Including Scorpio Patriot.
That's Cody. Cody made the
Oh, man.
soundboard. There you go.
Including
Yes.
Can't hear you,
Scorpio
Tim.
Patriot.
Scorpio Patriot. You can't hear any of this?
Scorpio. It's
Can people
quiet.
not hear me? Oh shit. All right.
Water
hear
drop. We can hear
I
you.
can hear.
Push the goddamn button.
Push your goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
I can hear everything.
I like that one.
You cannot fuck the goddamn.
Got a new can't park the car there.
I know
Can't park there, sir.
Nothing.
That's just for Mikey's eyebrows.
You know what? It's fucking weird, but that reminds me of like a Keith Olbermann show. He used to play that sound effect for a segment.
That's
So
fine.
like every time you play that, there's like something in the recesses of my brain that activates that. I think it was like his worst person of the week segment or some shit like that. Like
Toccata and Fugue is like one of my favoriteest songs ever. All 9 minutes of it. And then one last one. Are we doomed?
Yes.
Very quiet.
Okay, I will turn.
yeah, that one is very quiet.
Hold on. Hold your friggin' horses over there.
Unless my headphones need adjusting.
Are we doomed?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
I hear it now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am humid. Thank you. Is the
That's your favorite one now,
There you go. That
There
is
you go.
blaring in my ears, but cool. It's loud enough. So, hi everybody. Hi Crystal. Hi Ryan. How y'all
isn't it?
doing?
Hey.
peoples?
How you
People.
doings? How you doings? How you doozins? What are we here to talk about, Tim?
So I have a brief public service announcement.
Oh, not that kind of. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. We
I misread the room.
yeah. Just for those who don't know, and we are doing this live, so there was yet another school shooting today in the Atlanta area, and you know, when's it gonna stop, guys? When is enough for you people? Like
It'll stop when our thoughts and prayers are no longer the solution, Tim.
They shot Trump and they didn't care.
right, like
These kids don't stand a fucking chance.
Yeah.
Like
I was listening to the news about it, and like even the news is kind of fucking yeah, here we are again.
Yeah.
And like
Another 14-year-old shooter.
and they were just talking about like, you know, how do we harden the schools? How do we, you know, Georgia doesn't have red flag laws.
right.
how do you create an infrastructure to like pass on the information if someone is like making threats, and how do you pass that up the chain effectively? And it's like there's simple solutions to this, guys. Simple solutions,
Gun regulation, counselors in schools.
and we're just not doing it.
So here, I typically don't like putting minors on the show, but this was very telling. I saw this earlier, right? Check this out. And the thing that is, dare I say, intriguing about any of this is probably not what you're thinking. Here you go.
We are on the news. This is live. How long have you guys been out there? I know you guys have had a long day.
I got out to school at like 11-ish because it happened during second period, so it was like 10:30, 10:20-ish.
We've seen tents back there. What are the different? Are there grief counselors?
Yes, there's grief counselors, and they're interrogating students that might have heard or seen something.
How are you processing all of this, family? This is a lot to go through. How are you processing this?
I'm trying to process it. It hasn't clicked yet, but I don't wish this on any parent in any country. Science classroom, so there's lab tables, so we all like book it for the lab tables. She closed the door, turns off the lights, and you could hear them rattle the door, and then a couple.
Them as in the gunmen or police?
So, well, it had just police. I didn't hear police shouting until like 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, because we heard the sirens first, and then like a couple moments later, you heard like police, sheriff, and then you could hear like.
I can't stomach anymore. She's not even rattled.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
She's used to it.
This is a Tuesday.
She's fucking used to it.
That's scary.
Our kids should not be used to it.
Yeah. And like that generation has grown up on shooter safety drills. Kind of like the way that our parents' generation grew up on like the nuclear
duck and cover.
Yeah, like the duck, get under your desk, it'll save you from the nuclear holocaust.
They do gun drills all the time.
I have them. I have them every year at school, and
I have them at my job now, like once or twice a year too. So.
Yeah, but how many guns are in Canada, Ollie? Like 5?
I know. Well, I work in this like government establishment, so.
That's I see.
Like,
but
I have a question for you. This video, does it mention the phone call that was made warning them that shootings were going to take place at 5 different schools over the next few days? And this was one of the schools mentioned.
Okay, I don't have that substantiated, so I don't want to spread stuff. This is an active situation,
that was,
so I don't.
The news clip I saw had that, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
mean,
didn't
like,
see that yet, so.
I
just don't want to report on it if I didn't see it yet.
I'll try to find it and put it.
It's not coincidental that the school year started this week, and it's what, Wednesday?
Yeah.
We can't get through the first week of school.
Nope.
My niece started her first day of real school today. It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, like I started, I mean, I only go to class like 1 day a week, but I started class last week. And like every week Southern has a drill at the beginning of the semester. And it's just wild.
And they think I'm crazy for like really hesitating on putting little Tinky Butt in school. Like, guys, you're not solving this. Like, you don't give a shit that it's still a problem. Like,
yeah, it's just another political issue. Like that's all it is. It's a standard politics.
So I went from like Chicago suburbs to like inner city St. Louis, which is quite a culture shock for a young black man, jumping from such very different ponds. But you know what? There was almost no fighting in the hood school, and there was there was a couple of fights. Mostly it was girls. I'm gonna be honest. The girls was always fighting, but the guys wouldn't fight that often. But everybody just kind of went along to get along. But there was never any weapons because there was metal detectors.
Mm-hmm.
Did that work?
It's almost like metal detectors worked. Like, we don't have mass shooting events at airports because there's metal detectors and security everywhere. You need to put metal detectors in the high schools. Period. End of. Or ban white kids. Like, one of the two. You gotta put in metal detectors. It's just not safe. Just the thought that their bag might get gone through will stop them from bringing it in. They're not going to try to sneak it through there. It'll deter them from bringing it in because they don't want to get caught with it.
Right.
I'm
I don't know.
depressed now.
I don't know what more to say that hasn't already been said, which is why we're doing this at the time.
Yeah,
'cause-
start that at 124 for that clip.
Ollie, stop saying that stuff
Sure.
out loud.
Sorry.
I see your timestamp. I'm doing it.
Okay, yeah.
Began a month ago. In a statement, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp urged all Georgians to join my family in praying for the safety of those in our classrooms. Law enforcement officials in Georgia are currently investigating a call they say was placed this morning to Appalachia High School, saying that there would be shootings at 5 schools and that Appalachia would be the first. Officials, again, are currently investigating and trying to figure out where that call originated from. In Winder, Georgia, I'm Ivan
That's what I'm
Rodriguez.
talking about. That's scary. It could be the start of something just horrible.
Well, we don't want, and also, like, I played it so that we played it, but also we don't want to use the platform to fearmonger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry, but
each school district will make a statement after they've done their investigation to figure out the validity of that. But if you just say that without saying that they're going to investigate it, then people are just going to be like, well, shit, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think it goes back to the girl in the clip we watched, just how desensitized, like, it's not even shocking there could be 4 more in the next week because this shit already happens every week anyway. So
Yeah.
they don't even care.
Nope.
I mean,
It's never the
What
private
can they
schools that
do?
happen to.
You know what I mean? Like, what can they do at that point? So, like, we can't even look at them like, oh, look at them. They don't even care if they live or die. They're at school.
yeah, I think
They're
they
like, I don't know
do
what else I was supposed to be doing other than this. So,
I think they do a certain amount of like disassociation because
yeah.
I mean, I
Just
mean,
get
obviously
sane.
that school is going to change now, right? The you know, they're not going to go to school for a little bit. And when they go back, it's going to be different.
They're going to be back in that motherfucker by Thursday.
Maybe like
Sawdust up that blood.
the Newtown one, you know, they never went back to that school. They built an entire new school.
Oh, wow. Really?
At the Texas one?
Yeah.
No,
and-
that was Evaldi.
No, in Connecticut, Newtown, Connecticut.
Yeah.
They never went back to that school.
Was it at the end of the school year?
No, they
No?
canceled the rest of school year and they went to a different school.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it was a lot. You know, it was like 20 something kids and a couple of teachers.
Yeah.
But it was too traumatizing to the teachers and the students to go back to that school. But, you know, and, you know, I'm sure similar, you know, Parkland is probably similar in a way, and Uvalde, like there's a lot of cities that you can name. There's a lot of schools that you can name now where this shit has happened and
Yeah.
no one's doing anything about it. And
No, yeah.
in particular, like Uvalde, even the police didn't fucking do anything about it.
No.
And they had the power to.
There was like 60 of them out there.
There were 400 of every level of law enforcement, all the way up to the FBI.
And they were arresting parents that were trying to get in to save their kids.
Yeah, there was like 2 officers who actually tried to do something and then they got told no.
Yeah.
And they should have said fuck off and gone anyway, and they would have been heroes. But like
This is where we're at. So, I mean,
it's not even it hasn't been this way for a long time, but it's not even a policy issue anymore. It's just a lack of action on the part of federal, state, and local government.
PC's putting some pretty good stats up there. Guns are the leading cause. Yeah, you want to.
I'm looking here. I was seeing if I was going to use that chart. I'm trying to lean away from the
Oh, I didn't look at the charts. I'm just saying the quote.
From the unaliving of people to themselves. Like, I'm trying to avoid using that because it gets us flagged pretty hard.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also why I'm using such vague terms.
Yeah.
But like, we know what the policies are that work. We've known it for the last 30 years. And there's just a lack of action, both by the Democrats and the Republicans. The Republicans because they think it serves their base, and the Democrats because they lack spines.
Well, Tim, if we get rid of the guns, they'll just be mass knifings.
And then there'll be mass hammerings. And then there'll be mass rockings.
And then we're going to get Pokemon dolls thrown at us, and we're going to fall off school roofs.
And then there'll be drownings.
It's a slippery slope, Tim.
Yeah, I mean, ask, like Norway or Sweden or England or Ireland or Japan, like how often those kind of things happen.
Australia. It happened once. They solved it and got rid of the guns, and it hasn't happened again.
Exactly.
Shocking.
PC in the chat says in 2022, 34 students and adults died, while more than 43,000 children were exposed to gunfire at school. Like, I don't know what you guys are like. Not like I don't understand what they're not seeing, but it's like it's just okay. It wasn't your school district this time. It is literally going through all of the schools.
Yeah.
Like no one is immune from this. Is what has become apparent. Is that this is pervasive. It doesn't matter your socioeconomic class. Everyone, there's too many guns out there.
It happens in the bluest of blue states, Connecticut, and the reddest of red states, Texas.
Yeah, right. And your school can have all the metal detectors and shit that it wants on the fucking doors. That just means it's going to happen just outside of the doors.
But that doesn't happen
Just
though. In places that have active, you know what I'm saying? Active.
It's a much lesser chance. Yes.
They don't know. They don't even come because where are you gonna? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't happen like that. And as much as people dog out the stupid black kids are not shooting up inner city schools because there's metal detectors, and we don't do that. Gang shit is gang shit, and that's different and another problem. But I'm not sure that either side is, like Tim said, is ready to take this seriously.
No.
Not yet.
I mean,
all right, I got it.
And another big part of the problem is so much money is just spoiling any chance of politicians saying no to it.
I think what we need to do, and this is my same policy on airports. Everyone gets unisex jumpsuits. There's no more homework. All the schooling is done at school.
Hell yeah.
So you never have to bring that shit home.
Hell yeah.
Everyone gets the same jumpsuit to go in. You don't get to bring any of your shit.
Yeah, you don't need
You lock your phone in those little bags. You can have it on you, but it's locked away. You don't even need metal detectors at that. Well, have them anyway, just to be double safe. But
Yep.
His leg might be a bazooka.
Put down the samurai sword.
Never.
It's just.
I have the right to bear arms. It doesn't mean it has to be a gun.
Right to be deadly.
Right to. What if you get a bear's
right
arm?
to battle axes.
and then I think the other part, the other side of that coin that the right is probably going to throw up is they're going to throw up the mental health thing, and everybody needs mental health help, and da da da. So then we try to put in red flag laws to stop people with mental health struggles, to stop them from owning firearms, at least during their moment of crisis. And then you guys want to look at us like we're a bunch of fucking communists, like.
Pretty soon we're gonna be communist country.
Like you have to pick a side. Do you want the kids safe or do you want the kids dead? Like that is it's a binary choice.
Nah, Republicans are only pro-life until the kid is born, and then that's it.
While it's in the womb, as soon as it gets out. Open season.
Open season.
They're on their own after that, man.
And I think that young people do need more mental health opportunities and resources because they have grown up with this. Like it's not just the COVID, it's the fact that thousands and thousands of kids have been killed in school, and then you tell them to wake up and go to school every day as if they don't remember seeing all the news headlines from the week previous. Like it's scary to go to school.
I mean, and also it's not just school. It's churches, it's grocery stores, it's movie
Shopping
theaters,
malls.
it's anywhere where
Bowling
there's
alley.
bowling alley. Like it's anywhere where there's any amount of people. Like there's just too many guns. There's no restrictions. And some states are making it easier and easier. Like the open carry stuff and the concealed carry.
Missouri did that.
And
they went to open carry.
Yeah,
And I was like, sorry, baby, we're not moving there. Never mind.
You could just go anywhere you want.
No. You were planning on moving to Missouri before that happened?
I'm from Missouri, dickbag. Your state just got good. Your state just got good. It sucked for a while too.
No, our state's always been awesome.
PTSD is no longer a thing that's just for people from a war that were in a war zone, right?
No, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Look at the casualty numbers.
So
it's more dangerous to go to school than be in Iraq.
Right.
Yeah.
I know that's probably not true, but like
not quite.
The fact that you're thinking about it and thinking it could be true is
a lot more
scary.
A lot more American kids died in classrooms than Americans died in Iraq last year. That's for sure.
Yep.
Like guns are the number one cause of death for young people.
Yeah.
Over cars.
Yeah.
Which is the number one dangerous thing for everybody. But even more than cars, they're probably going to get shot first. Like, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the, I hate to say best thing, there was a cartoon that came out. I don't know if it was in the New Yorker or one of the more progressive leaning newspapers, but it's like an older veteran gazing out over a cemetery standing next to a kid. And they're talking about, all my friends died in 78 in Nam. And the kid's like, all my friends died 2 years ago in elementary school. And like the fact that's even comparable as
I think the numbers I think the numbers are comparable.
The shock is definitely comparable for those that experience it.
How many
the experience, right?
78,000.
Okay.
Excuse me. In how many years?
So in your
I'm a wealth of random knowledge, so you're welcome.
But over how many years, Mark? That would be over what?
That was
6
like 10
years?
plus years.
10 plus years. So we're talking about 7,000, 8,000 a year.
There's 500,000 of them
stationed.
Casualties. I don't want casualties though because that's injured too, right? It says 40,000. Okay.
That's less.
So 40,000.
Okay, that can't be right.
We lost. Okay, let me go back.
That's just it. Is that just 69 though?
Up to
by this time.
By April 69, about 40,000 Americans had died in the conflict, and several million had served. So I think that was the end of it. So 40,000.
Plus or minus a few thousand. I was close.
Okay, we get you. All right. I'm already live Googling here. Like, you know I don't know.
So I don't know what else there is to say, but I did want to bring it up because it happened today, and we should acknowledge it. But like all politicians who don't want to fix this are cowards.
Yep.
It's more profitable to be neutral because that's how much money is in politics now.
And they're pro death. That's what it is. They're pro death.
Yeah.
Now they're pro money, but I don't know if you can
They're
distinguish the two anymore because
they're
one is
pro
the,
money
one is
and
the other. So
ambivalent to death.
They're anti-life. That's what they are. They're anti-life.
They're anti-kid, dude.
They're anti-kid. Yeah.
They're pro-death.
Like,
it's not the pro-life movement anymore. It's the pro-death movement.
Why won't they give me the little wrap-up answer on this, Google?
Yeah, Google,
Yeah,
you
where's
fuck.
where's your little AI generated answer on this? You want to make me go through all these fucking websites, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't want you to ask sad things. Type in how many
My
people
phone
got
heard
high on mushrooms last year, and I guarantee
Right.
the AI is going to give you the
Exact
right
number.
answer.
Yeah.
my phone heard me call it a
600,000
fuck, and it said be nice.
Oh shit, Tim, it's starting.
Oh no.
Did you know? Did
So
you know there's a way to use
416.
Google and disable the AI?
Has anyone else noticed that like the whole Google search thing has gotten a lot worse? Like
Oh, it's awful.
It's
Yeah.
just not good. You have to go like down the page to actually get fucking actual results.
Usable
ads.
results, yes. Yeah.
And the AI thing is not great. It's not great.
They'll turn it off eventually. It's just not popular, and it's not always accurate, which is kind of important.
Uh,
Like this is here. Here's a. Sorry guys, I'm just scrolling here.
Jeez, that graph is
Like,
that graph
what
is
are we
damning.
fucking talking about, dude? Like, what are we even saying?
How
This
many
is
were in
not the
2022?
same. 46.
Yeah. There's been
So
I thought you said-
2020, which there was like 10, 9.
Yeah.
And that was the COVID.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
COVID.
yeah.
COVID
People weren't in school.
COVID
People-
shut. That's in January and February because the schools got shut down after that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, see, that's how you save the kids. You shut down the schools.
But they said that was a bad idea because they won't.
No more
social-
public education.
But they're like, oh, they won't socialize properly. I was like, yeah, it's called breathing. I'd rather them breathe than hang out with your little fucking psychopathic children. I don't want my
thought
kid
you-
hanging out with your fucking kid, apparently. And this is the ages.
Maybe we
thought
need to
you
go
sh-
back.
16.
Go back to
I
like
thought
the old West model where like there's a little schoolhouse on every block with one teacher that teaches all the kids in the neighborhood.
Oh, the schoolhouse.
And that's it?
days?
Yeah, the school. We're gonna have to go back to the schoolhouse days.
Yeah, because it's the only defendable. We'll have to have the schoolhouse be a bunker.
right
Yeah,
there.
it'll be underground, locked, with its own
416.
oxygen water supply.
There's your number.
Since
Over about 20.
Columbine. Jeez,
That's over
a-
22 years.
That's a bit.
So that's very comparable to the Vietnam War, though.
That's just 416 shootings. I was trying to find the number of children killed.
That would be it.
Why would it be 416 kids when that's just how many schools there were? There's more than one kid per
What?
school.
I mean, you
And
got
there's usually more than one casualty per event.
That's
got
what I'm
about-
saying. I'm trying to look at the number of deaths total.
You were looking at that chart that was showing them over 20 years, and the highest year was like 50. Right?
Hmm?
When you were showing that chart that was showing all the different years, there was 20 years there, and the highest year was like 50. So you're definitely talking less than 1,000. That chart. But
Ollie,
the highest number there is
Ollie,
46.
I'm looking for number of students, not number of events. So this does
Oh.
not tell me anything.
Oh, you don't think that's number of students?
no. That's
No,
that's the number of
how
events by year.
many shootings there were, sir. That's what I'm saying. Like each one of these had, I think
X
the minimum.
number
I
with
think
it.
the minimum is 3, and then like I think the highest was Uvalde, which was way
30.
Or no, I think Parkland was the highest.
No, Newtown.
Newtown.
Newtown was officially the highest.
So like each one of these is multiple people. That's what I'm saying. I want to find the number because it's gotta
Okay,
be
I got-
close. You got me?
So I
Okay.
was misreading that.
So so this is 2000 to 2022.
Okay.
And this is the National Center of Education Statistics, so a government program.
Okay.
There were 328 casualties, 131 killed, and 197 wounded. And that's just elementary and secondary schools.
And that's
So
from
that's-
20 to 20 or
That's
2000 to
22 years.
2022?
Yeah,
Yeah.
22 years.
Hmm.
But more guns are the answer.
Yeah, give the teacher a shotgun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the teachers who you don't pay very well.
And who
already.
are all woke lesbian witches who want to but I want to also arm them.
Yeah.
We're trying to transgender my kid, but you know,
Let's give
like,
them.
they don't trust the teachers for shit, but all of a sudden they want to get them armed just so they can keep their guns
Yeah.
laying all over the house. Like some
All right.
fucking idiots.
Let's move on from one tragedy to the next, shall we?
Shall we?
All right.
Crunching gear change time.
Bum, 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 bum,
Oh
bum, bum.
shit. Now what does this say? All right, which one am I clicking here? The second one? First one?
The one all right.
Do
The
this
one you have, do this one first,
Okay.
and then the second copy of the other one.
Tim, talk us in.
All right, so we're gonna learn ourselves a little bit about Project 2025.
We do not care.
Exactly. So a little while ago, there were some leaked training videos.
Gas.
Why?
Obtained by ProPublica.
But
About-
2025 doesn't exist, Tim.
Well, no, it exists. Trump just didn't help do it, I guess. But he also like acknowledges that like the crazy fucking thing is that most of the people in these videos are Trump staffers.
He doesn't
So-
know them.
Yeah.
He
Tim.
doesn't. How could he know
He
them?
knows
How could he know
nothing.
them?
Yeah.
What are the chances that those are the same people? They probably just look alike.
Yeah. You know what? It's very coincidental that all these Trump staffers got together to make these videos about how to help Trump in a second administration.
There's no way
Huh.
that they said, "Hi,
Nope.
I'm so and so, former Trump staffer." There's no way they
There's
say
no-
that, like,
there's
in
no
the
way.
video.
There's no way they say that in the
would be
video.
very damning.
That
if
would
was-
be that would be wild.
I bet they're gonna say it in the video.
What this video?
So
I
so
haven't seen
yeah,
the
this
video,
first
but I'm not
video
betting against that.
this first video is probably the most controversial one.
Okay.
It's a training video on how to
Check that.
decode left-wing coded words and language and like how to
Oh,
like
God.
understand how the liberals think
Yeah, you gotta speak jive, motherfucker.
and how to like counter their
Word.
speaking and language. So it's very fucking weird and it's kind of angry.
you gotta
so-
elucidate jive, turkey.
Well,
Is it
Tim-
teaching them jive? Is this what this is? MAGA
As the
jive
woman-
lessons?
As the lady on the right demonstrates, they're very snowflakey.
They are very snowflakey.
That is big. Boy. How dare you make fun of her complexion or lack
You know
thereof.
how many
Blinded by the
businesses and
light.
people they've tried to cancel and they want to call liberals the angry ones?
Now,
Man.
now as you can see,
One partly cloudy day would wipe both of them out. I'm just saying.
Send them to Vegas. They'll never survive.
Like Trump was melting like a wax figurine.
I'm not
see.
melting.
as you can maybe or maybe not see, this is quite a long video. We're not going to play the whole thing
Yes,
because
it
we don't
is.
want to melt our own brains.
Thank God.
But we'll play the game. All right, guys.
All right.
We'll play the game.
Let's
The
learn.
I wanna
first
get
one,
drunk, too.
the first one to tap loses.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna win this shit.
No, you're not. I'm gonna
You're gonna fall asleep, so that counts as a
I'm not.
loss.
I'm not gonna tap.
It might be me.
I tap. I already tap. I pre-tap.
He's already done. Well, that
already
was a good
done.
clip,
In
everybody.
any role at any level of
Tap.
seniority.
I'm out. Sorry.
This training
She talked and it was over.
will prepare you to make changes and fast.
I shouldn't make fun of people's bodies, right?
Not.
Yeah,
I
don't
shouldn't
do
do
that.
Nah.
Don't do it.
That's
Even
what
for
they.
bad
That's
people?
what they do. Eh,
I
Make
don't
fun
care
of her
about that.
glasses.
What the fuck is on the table? What the fuck is that? Like, are those old scrolls? What the fuck is that?
well, you see, that's how they wrote Project 2025. It's on a series of scrolls.
It's a very long, heavy scroll.
And it was.
the founders of the American constitutional rights of the bill.
It looked like the rawhides her parents used to give her when she was little.
Yeah, it looks
damn.
like
The
the
left
other eye,
continually
Damn.
pivots and assaults definitions and phrases. They twist words.
I don't know, man. I think I'm finna roast these people. I don't know if I can hold back, y'all. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna make it, y'all. They might have to get roasted.
I want to know who the fuck that dude is in the back in that picture.
Reagan.
Young Reagan?
Yeah, it looks like a young Reagan. Yeah,
It could be, yeah. That you
Burn
could
it.
be right.
I mean, who else would be back there?
Hitler.
Maybe. I think Hitler
Nah,
makes a
man,
guest appearance
Mussolini.
in this video. So
They can't
Mussolini is the father of the special movement of
They can't
the
spell
20s.
They can't spell Mussolini.
I think they mentioned Stalin too. A lot of famous names get brought up. I'm just saying.
I think it's Moossilly. Mussolini.
Mussolini?
Phrases to
Mussolini.
support subconscious acceptance of a philosophy that was rejected or is against the grain of human existence.
What?
Like, what is a woman? Perhaps the most effective tool the left wields is their ability to engage in constant subliminal advertising through their narrative, words, and phrases.
You know what? She looked like you something there, man.
Marxism became socialism, then
She looked like a subliminal ad for condoms. Like, shut up, bitch. Like, God
She
damn.
is incorrect. Socialism came first, and then Marxism.
Yeah, dumbass.
Which then was
Democratic
later
social-
called communism.
They're all three of them are different things.
She don't know that.
Yes.
If you move far enough to the right, you become a communist fucking anyway.
I think these videos
Throwing that out there.
lagging me up here.
Are you getting some
I'm
lags?
getting some lags. I don't want it, so I got rid of
You
the
gotta
extras.
Like, you just
set your
dumped it.
latency to extra high.
Downgrade
Right.
the image. We don't need to see it sharper than it is.
It's at 480p.
144p.
The video's at 480p. My computer's fine.
Yeah, yeah. That's the video.
Okay.
They can't
I'm, like,
afford
closing
4K.
shit. I'm like, dude, I can't even get this thing to fucking buffer right. Like, what the fuck?
Listen, they weren't filming this shit in like HD.
Nah, this is on a VHS.
They hired the people that were fired from employee training videos for harassment to make
It's on,
Those
this.
videos. I love those videos.
it's from a 2009 cell phone. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
they filmed it on a fucking Nokia.
The fucking
Yeah,
razor.
yeah.
The
Razor,
Dragon
that's what it is.
Razor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had one of those. It was awesome.
Fucking Moto razor ass. Fucking video.
socialism, and
I-
is now
Don't talk down about
represented by
Moto,
the term
dude. I got a Moto. They're the best phone. I was gonna say. they are the best.
Moto.
My Moto G is just super. I love it.
Mhm.
Okay, Grandpa.
social justice and equity.
It's a social
This is
justice
perhaps
phone
the
is what
most
it is.
scary of all.
Katie, what brings to mind is the quote.
Oh
Wow,
God.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Loved
Oh,
you
gee.
loved you in Game of Thrones. When you walked into that fire, oh my goodness.
Oh my
Oh, I was-
god.
no.
She
she's
walked out of
she's
the
a walker.
north, leading
She
the
walked
army
into
of
the
the
north.
dead.
She's a walker. Yeah.
I think she's a
Wow.
wildling. They just put her in a dress.
Can somebody please call the police? Someone has stolen this woman's eyebrows.
Quote, he who controls the language rules.
Like, I'm sorry, but these motherfuckers are racist and they all think they're better than everybody. And this
That's
bitch
true.
probably has some little inkling in the back of her brain that she's some superior race. And this
Yeah.
motherfucker can't even look surprised without some Sharpie markers. Like, I am so sick of listening to this shit.
That sounds like a tap out right there.
Fuck.
You only made it like a minute and a half, Mikey.
That's a Sharpie marker.
All right, let it play for 4 minutes. Let's try to get into some of the
world.
meat.
It's attributed to Joseph Stalin and other tyrants. And George Orwell stated, he who controls language controls culture. Even more, Hitler and others lived by the creed. If you repeat a lie often enough, people will believe it.
It's literally
Stalin
true.
and Hitler in the same fucking breath.
I like this freeze frame here.
Ooh.
Look at these pick me broads. Pick me ass broads. I bet y'all won't wear pants in front of your husband.
I
Without
don't think
doubt,
they're
it's
allowed to
true.
wear pants.
Language is a powerful and often controlling tool.
Career bureaucrats and the left are also using language to change.
Her whole aesthetic is like hotel lobby walk of shame.
Yeah,
culture
her whole
and
fucking
gain-
look is like, I
Slobby.
broke into the library.
Like y'all are not supposed to be in.
I got it. I got it. On vacation, 11:30, at a Chili's.
Right.
Yes.
Already drunk.
Yes.
Wanting to speak to the manager.
Yes.
About why her coupons won't be accepted.
Right. Why can't
AM or PM?
Why can't I stack these coupons?
I want
AM or
16
PM?
free margaritas.
Right.
And I want them now.
But AM or PM, Mark?
Oh,
Oh,
AM.
that's AM.
Yeah,
She was
okay.
there as soon as they open. As
That is
soon as they
fucking
open.
Morning.
Yeah.
Morning drink.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
She's there every morning for her margaritas.
more and more authority.
Like, get glasses that fit your fucking head shape. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so sick of people buying glasses just because they see other people with glasses. You have to pick the ones that fit your freaking melon, dude. Those are not for you. You look
I'd like
permanently
3
confused.
Pre-orders of chicken vagitas, please.
Or I will be talking to Timothy, the manager.
authority,
Where are
thereby
grilled
upsetting
cheese,
the
Tim?
balance of power envisioned by our founding fathers. This, in essence, weaponized language against the American people.
This training is vital to you as a political appointee. If there's one thing you take from this training, it is to know when you start your job as a
pause
political
it for a second.
appointee.
We should probably describe a little bit of Project 2025 here. So,
I gotta go check on this screaming kid. I'll be right back.
okay, while you do that,
Perfect
I will describe some of this, and Mark, fill in the blank spots that I create. Project 2025 is basically the owner's manual for the second Trump term. And what they want to do is basically dismantle the administrative state and replace career civil servants with political appointees for the most part, as much as they can.
And in history, the president and the executive have been able to appoint leadership roles or the cabinet secretaries to lead these departments and some various other small roles. They want that to now encompass all government positions.
Pragmatic Crystal says Schedule F. That's the regulation they're trying to use to change these career civil servants to political appointees. And this series of videos is training for the new political appointees on how to do their fucking like jobs, but do it as politically as humanly possible. The other video we're gonna watch is pretty jarring as well. That one is about how to govern conservatively as an administrative state, which is wild. This video is obviously about language and leftist language that you'll encounter, I guess. But the whole purpose of this is to make it as easy as possible to Trump to transition into his administration and also govern the way that they want him to govern. This is not like it's made for Trump, and he probably didn't have a hand in writing it, but he knows about it.
Oh, yeah.
And this is all the Federalist. What are they called? Was it the Federalist Society? The place where Trump got all of his judges. Like, this is all. Yeah, this is all them. This is all fucking conservative think tanks and policymakers, like the farthest right evangelical conservatives you can think of.
Tea Party was tame by comparison.
Yeah.
And that the fact that I am longing for the good old days of the Tea Party hurts me physically.
Yeah, it is the Federalist Society.
And I think another thing to point out about Project 2025 is that, one, Trump is not actually that smart of a person. So they want a system in place where he doesn't have to do anything. He can sit there and talk on TV and do interviews all day, while his supporters can dismantle the government from within without him having. All he has to do is sign paperwork.
Yeah.
And I think a part of the reason the government didn't collapse the first time Trump was president is because all these seasoned government employees that are, for the most part, nonpartisan because they have jobs to do, kept the ship afloat while the morons tried to do weird shit. And without them, oh my God.
And
we are beyond fucked at that point.
Yeah, because these new people are not going to know how to do their jobs. They're just not. It's you need to be a part of the civil service to work in any branch of government. You know, you need to be skilled at like the thing you're doing. And this goes all the way to like the Justice Department, the IRS, the Department of Education, Department of Commerce, like you name it.
They're going to gut all our intelligence agencies.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I'm not a huge fan of having like 7 different agencies that monitor our citizenry and try to do all that stuff, they do have a basis in keeping us safe and have intelligent networks set up that if you fire everybody, it's gone.
Yeah.
We literally have no eyes on anything anymore, and they will cause terrorism on such a
I've been in my position, in my government position, Canada Revenue Agency, basically is the IRS of Canada, for 5 years, 6 years. Somebody that's coming in off the street will have zero chance of doing my job. Zero.
Yeah, like that's...
I'm shocked that someone off the street can't understand tax code day one.
Well, it's not even like they could have all the tax training in the world. Still can't do my job. They wouldn't understand the system I work in, just all the different computer programs and stuff like that I've had to learn over the years, and where to go to find stuff. They just wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah,
like nobody's here, you know. So
that one instance you've run across every 10 years that the experts know about.
Yeah,
they're fucked. There's no.
Not even that. The day-to-day, everything that I do every day, day in, day out. If you don't know how to even use the computer system and nobody's there to show you how to use it, you're not going to be able to work on it. It's specialized programs, right? It's not just Windows.
Yeah, like the what would happen if they did this would be like a brain drain in government. Like those new people would have to be brought up to speed somehow, and it would take some time. Like that's why civil servants work through different administrations. Like Mark said, you know, there are appointees at the top. You get you get the top, head of the FBI, head of the IRS,
Education
and all those
Secretary,
people,
Commerce Secretary.
And that's fine and dandy. Those people set policy, but you need the people
set policy and make up budgets.
Yeah,
most of it's actually grunt work that takes knowledge.
You need the IRS agents who like take the phone calls and work out people's problems, and you need the staffers who just do the day-to-day work. And
well, here's a fun one. Let's just get rid of the FDA.
Right, like if the Food and Drug Administration,
let's not audit food, medicine, medical devices, which I work in. I'm related to that. I deal with the FDA all the time. They can be annoying, but their job is to literally keep people safe so that dangerous shit doesn't happen. Let's just get rid of it. Like we don't need it, Tim. We don't need it. Like whatever, it's fine.
The part that pisses me off the most is I'm literally getting a master's degree in public administration. And if Trump is president,
you don't get a job.
That degree would be worthless. It just would be. Like, and I'll graduate around that time too.
Well, there is a saving grace, especially since you're in a more liberal state, that can transfer to a state government position. Like you do have options to use it. Same thing with Minnesota. Like it is a pretty decent state. Our local governments aren't complete morons. Locally, certain areas of the country will survive because they can handle themselves. But
Pragmatic Crystal put in the chat on April 4th, 2024. The Biden administration finalized a rule that aims to clarify and strengthen existing protections for civil servants and to slow any future effort to undermine those protections. I mean, that's good.
In theory, it's great, but
I mean, unfortunately, the president is the chief executive, and
the powers are too ambiguous. Like it's.
I was watching. What was I watching today or yesterday? There was a Some More News video that came out about Ronald Reagan and how the Federalist Society also did this sort of thing for Reagan, and he ended up implementing about 60% of the playbook that they gave him into his 2 terms as president, and like. If even like a quarter of this Project 2025 stuff actually makes it into government, that's oof.
It's an instant collapse of our bureaucratic system. And I know bureaucracy is messy. It's usually not always efficient. It can cost a lot of money. But the alternative is literally letting anyone do what they want. So FDA is gone. We have no regulations on consumer products. They'll gut the Environmental Protection Agency. Clean water and clean air are out the window because we're not going to want to regulate capitalist industry anymore. So none of our food is safe. Our air is breathable, and our water is now toxic.
But it's okay.
Universally.
But that's okay. They could always reverse it later.
Because Trump will never leave office.
Nobody's talking about.
He's president for life.
Yeah, that's very possible. And here's the other thing too. Even Harris wins November, it just becomes Project 2029.
That's true. Yeah, like they'll just change the year.
Like I am gearing
now
up.
They know how to keep it. Now
damn it, Ali.
They were like, shit.
So
we have to write a whole nother one.
Basically, like. If Democrats don't continue to win the presidency until Republicans pull their fucking thumb at their ass, this is going to continue to be a threat for the foreseeable future.
And guys, it's already started, by the way. That Supreme Court ruling about how fucking Chevron deference, that is already like 20% of fucking Project 2025. Not having administrations be able to do the policy work that they need to do without prior approval of some fucking law or the president. Wild.
Well, no. So more or less that, if I'm dumping raw sewage into a pristine little lake, and then the EPA comes up and tells me I need to stop doing that, I can say, who are you to say that? Let's take it to the courts. And if the courts rule that what I'm doing is fine, then it's fine. And the EPA has no recourse. They can shut up.
Yeah.
So,
they can't.
So with all of these lovely Trump appointee judges all around, you just saw the one throughout the entire documents case, just threw it out. It's gone. All that Mar-a-Lago bullshit and all that shit that he should have turned in, it's gone.
For now.
Because he put those people in. So that's who these companies will be reporting to when they have complaints that the EPA is bothering them.
Yeah, you could just be like, "Oh, well, show me the law that says that I can't do this." And they'll be like, "Oh, well,
the Clean Air and Water Act?"
Yeah, but what Chevron deference gave all of the different departments was their own ability to interpret their own regulations and giving them the deference to interpret laws the way that they need to instead of just strictly adhering to the laws.
There's a really good episode of this show called The Bin Podcast. You guys should check it out.
What's that?
Attorney Harry and Attorney Anna broke it all down for us from past the bar perspective. And that's where this came from. Are we doomed?
The answer is yes.
Good.
We.
Well, Mikey, now that you're back, we can resume the video.
Oh, thank goodness.
You're so welcome.
Every single word, phrase, and acronym must be vetted, and you must determine what implications every word has before publishing or moving forward with any official or internal document.
She says we have to go over every word that she is saying.
Yeah.
Is it all shit?
Yeah. No.
Okay, we're good. Never mind.
Yeah, she's got to read from the scroll. The scroll has the words she needs.
That's a rawhide.
Thouest will say.
That's a rawhide for books over there.
Masculine words only.
All right. So now that we have identified the problem, let's give the viewers a taste of what we saw in the Trump administration.
Ooh, what do you guys think the first taste is gonna be?
God, I don't even know.
Something with the My Pillow guy.
Rudy Giuliani.
Oh God, it's Vivek.
Oh, that time.
It's Vivek.
That time Trump had all these American products from his supporters on his desk, and he was literally shilling random shit from the Oval Office that people should buy.
Ooh, or how about the time that the president of Goya was like, I'm pro-Trump, and then so Trump did like an ad from the Oval Office for Goya with all these like Goya product, like cans of like refried beans and shit on his desk.
Thought that in this day and age we would have a president doing commercials in the Oval Office.
Ooh, that time Trump looked at the eclipse.
That was funny.
Ooh, how about the multiple times he's hugged an American flag for no reason?
Don't touch it.
Ooh, the time he held the Bible upside down and was taking pictures while the cops were literally harassing all the people down the street.
After he tear gassed the
some protesters,
the nonviolent protesters, so he could get in front of these steps here.
Then he held it upside down like he doesn't know how a book works.
I think
books are complicated. Many
that was
words.
A sign.
There's a lot of folds in a book. You ever think about that?
Ooh,
how do you
the time
know?
he did the commercial for his own NFTs.
Oh my God, I remember.
Remember when they put out the fucking thumbnails of said NFTs, thus making all NFTs.
Yeah,
useless?
Right.
Only the people
the time
who
he
own
said
it are
you could
supposed to know what it
drink
looks like.
bleach and that might stop COVID.
Yeah. No, you
got
inject the bleach.
You got to introduce
sorry.
it under the skin.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Subdermally.
Inject the bleach.
And then the doctors around him were like, "What did he just say?
Fucking no.
For the love of God, turn off the camera.
Someone tackle him."
Cut the mic. Cut the mic.
Look, Mr. President, a puppet. Look at the puppet.
Look at it. Jingle some keys in front of that bastard before he kills 1,000 people.
All right, let's see which response is correct.
Quick, throw a hamburger across the screen.
Bethany and I were both part of a coordinated effort in the Trump administration focused on trying to take back hijacked language and definitions across the United States government and even at our engagements in the United Nations. From our experiences, we will teach you how to identify the left's progressive language, scrutinize career staff compositions for dangerous language, and how to combat their manipulative efforts, ensuring clarity of definition and conservative intention. Bethany and I are going to give you some examples of what we mean.
This is awful.
Examples.
We can do it.
This is awful.
Got to make it through the examples.
I got to put some music or something behind this. I'm about to pull my eyeballs out.
Imagine getting hired and having to watch all of this through.
Oh my God. Imagine having to edit this too.
Oh my God. I would shoot myself in the head.
This is awful.
Mean by this need to always ensure clarity, but in no way are we able to foresee the future and anticipate how the progressive left will continue to co-opt even more words and definitions. We can tell you the words and phrases being used today, but by the time you enter the administration, these examples may be obsolete. This will help you spot crucial issue areas to pay close attention to. We do not know what they will be calling men and women by the time you begin your tenure
Am I
with the
right?
administration.
Oh,
The
God.
left is trying to dismantle
X's
America
and O's.
and rebuild it in their own image by using the art of
Are you a gerbil
deception,
or a hamster?
and words and definitions are their
Sir,
weapons.
I
Sexually
identify
identify
as a
as a
giraffe.
Remember,
I'm a guinea pig.
words
I'm a gay fish,
change
thank you very much.
culture. Bethany, with your extensive
Mother flounder.
experience with both domestic and international policy issues, and in light of your role in leadership positions at USAID, can you walk us through some examples of how the left uses
USAID.
words, weaponizes really, words and
You
definitions?
think her hair is red because she was too close to Trump and some of his spray tan ran off into her hair?
I don't know. It's giving off blonde vibes now. And then
So-
it's like a strawberry blonde.
So she
It's
said
not
that
true
the
red.
the lady in the blue dress worked for the U.S. Agency for International Development. That's her. The lady in the blue dress. That's her place in the Trump administration.
Oh, so she was working under his sons that took all those millions from Saudi Arabia.
Correct.
You are correct.
Ah, okay. Continue.
And if you could do that in a context of the cross-cutting issues that are identified in the mandate for leadership, and
I'm sorry, this has been bugging me, and I didn't want to say anything. Hey, everyone, stop wearing your fucking Apple Watch all the fucking.
Oh
like,
yeah, it's not fucking trendy. Stop
it is
that.
so tacky, dude. Get some
Wear
cool
Apple-
shit on it. Like, I don't want to know that like you have like a look at the big stupid time on here. Like, stop.
Yeah. Wear a real fucking watch.
Wear a regular watch if you're going to be recorded.
Or you can literally turn on an image of a real watch on the Apple Watch.
Yeah, get your
Just
background
for
picture
this.
to look like a real.
Just
'Cause
that's
it looks,
my
it look-
my
you look
girlfriend has a
goofy.
Samsung watch.
Mm-hmm.
She has it look like a real watch most of the time.
Yeah, because at this point you just
It's free.
It's just that's just your phone.
Yeah, it's
That's
just,
not
you're just wearing
that's
a
not
phone.
a watch. That's your phone. And that doesn't go.
Oh.
Your phone doesn't go good with your outfit on your wrist. You know, it just looks out of place.
Until now.
really, as we understand, the cross-cutting issues were identified because they are the pillars of the Biden administration. And so they've been layered
Yeah, they're so mad that all these videos have Biden's name all over them.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
pissed. God damn it, we're gonna have to reshoot all of that.
into virtually every document in the federal government. If you could walk us through some of those examples, I think it would be incredibly
Yeah, she
helpful.
could use a
I'd be
walk.
happy to. Absolutely.
Oh,
The
oh,
5
okay.
topic areas for today's discussion are centered on women, children, and family, environment,
Oh.
human rights and border security, the gender cult, and equity. The first topic, women, children, and family.
Equity of the gender
I worked
cult.
on international issues and very closely followed the language presented at the United Nations. And I saw up close and personal
I don't
how
like
this
her.
She saw.
Can I answer your question for you, Mikey?
Yes, please.
The answer is the creators of Idiocracy, because Terry Crews' president did a commercial for that sludge they drank in the White House in that movie.
All
Say
right.
I was talking about real life, Holly. So I have to give you a 0 out of 10 there, big guy, because that wasn't the real Oval Office, and he was never really president because no one voted for him.
I would have voted for Terry Crews. He's a cool
Fuck
guy.
I
Terry
vote for him
Crews.
now.
Fuck
He's a
him.
cool guy. He's
No,
a
he's
cool
not.
guy.
No, he is not.
What's wrong with Terry Crews?
We'll talk.
All right.
He hosts
It's not The Rock.
GTA.
indeed is true. Language is used to control culture. I'll never forget a conversation
Say, oh,
I
you
had
think you
with the
about
chief
that?
of
You
staff
think
at
it's a game?
USAID. We are trying to provide alternative language for the highly controversial phrase comprehensive sexuality education, or CSE,
Oh.
which at the United Nations
Reaffirming.
had come to mean not just typical sex education,
Wow.
but instead had been morphed into teaching and normalizing sex at very early ages, even as young as
Because
preschool.
they're already doing it, you moron.
Even, what did she say? Even as young as what? What did she think?
No, just young ages.
Yeah,
so
yeah. She
she's
said young
implying
ages.
I thought she said
8-year-olds
even
are
as
getting
young
taught
as,
sex.
and yeah. Roll it back 3 or 4 seconds.
Rolling back.
At very
See me
early
roll.
ages, even as young as preschool. And for girls who
Preschool.
became
That's what she said.
pregnant,
Even as young
that
as preschool.
abortion was
Okay.
a preferable method of birth control. Back to the conversation with the chief of staff. He suggested
Yeah, why would we teach them like what all the other countries are doing?
Yeah, right.
We shouldn't like, just keep our ass backwards ass crazy shit where we get fucking billions of kids and then no kids because they're starving to death. Like we need to be able to regulate our population like adults. So the kids need to know what their bodies are, and they need to know. And also, I'm gonna jump on my soapbox for a second. Kids need to know about sex ed because they need to know how to protect themselves from predators. Why don't you want to teach the kids how to protect themselves from predators?
Because they are the predators.
There you go. You
Yeah,
don't
that's
want
right.
to teach the kids how to know that that is my this and you shouldn't touch that. And that is my this and you shouldn't touch that. And I'm going to tell people because that's what I've been taught in school. Why do you guys keep trying to block that? You fucking
Because
nasty
Jesus
motherfuckers.
doesn't like it.
No, because you want these kids to shut the fuck up like all other fucking parents did so you can keep doing shit to them. And we ain't having it. So fuck you. They're
It
getting
is-
sex ed.
It is so weird how against it they are. It's like,
It's kind
guys,
of
what-
Pavlovian, right?
yeah, like what do you want then? Do you want them to not know and then get fucked up down the road, or do you
Yes.
want them to know?
And they teach the
No.
kids, and they teach their kids like not the right word for their anatomy. So instead of
Yeah.
vagina, it's a something. I don't even want to fucking.
Your hoo-ha?
It's a hoo-hoo.
I don't even
Hoo-ha.
want to. I don't even want to entertain it with like a made up thing because what they do that for is so disgusting. So that when they get brought to the nurse's office and they say, "Did anyone touch your vagina?" and they say no, because that's not what it's called to them.
Yeah.
They need sex ed because they need to know what is going on so that they can report shit if something happens to them. And the fact that they are deliberately not teaching these kids how to report shit is fucking weird.
And like,
Epstein
They're-
motherfuckers.
are they human beings? Good,
Yes.
because then they need to learn how their parts work. Like,
They're not robot children learning about
Yeah.
humans.
Everybody does it. Everyone should know. And,
No,
and
Mark.
the fact that,
everyone poops but you.
damn it, what have I been doing this whole time? Or the fact that like
Jesse.
abortion is the most preferable way to
Yeah,
not get
I'm
pregnant.
just- I mean,
$700 abortion, $15 condoms.
Yep.
Shit, fuck that free condoms. If you can, the clinic
Yeah.
is nearby. You can just
Yeah.
roll
Fucking
past.
go to a
grab a
what's,
handful in the fish bowl by the door.
go to Planned Parenthood. They'll give you all the shit for free.
Yeah. Well, you
You
can't-
saying that, Mikey,
you can't
reminded
go-
me of the scene from Community where Abed has to run to go use the intercom to tell everybody, don't use the condoms. Don't use, if you're going to have sex tonight, don't use condoms. That was funny. Anyway, sorry. I'm stoned.
Control it.
Okay.
Control
Couldn't
it.
tell.
You heard
We
it
couldn't
here.
tell.
Control it.
Condoms will kill you.
I
Don't
mean-
do it.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's just weird when people just keep trying to like force people into these groups and then force people not to learn shit. It's almost like fucking Al Qaeda, right? Like you might as well be the Taliban, right? Like,
Well, I mean,
like you might as well be. This is just their
It's
version
cultish.
of it. Yeah,
It's
it's
cultish.
their version of it. I want these women to not learn. I want them to not have reproductive health. I want them completely dependent on me. Like this is the same shit. They're doing the same shit. This y'all Qaeda. That's what they are.
Y'all Qaeda.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all kind of.
roll that beautiful bean footage.
Rolling.
several alternatives, but each time I told him that, unfortunately, his recommended edit was also interpreted as CSE. Frustrated, he vented, "They have literally co-opted the English language." And it was at that moment that I realized
I'm
that
not
the
English.
progressive left is controlling the language, redefining definitions, and by doing so, are ruling the world.
Oh my
On a
God.
positive note,
Ruling the progressive lab?
Yo, we
Fucking
From
did it.
Universal Studios Hollywood.
Did it, guys. Control the world. Where's my
fucking
check?
did it.
Where's
I
my
made you
fucking
Zelba.
check?
I goes where I
Get a
goes.
check for controlling the world? I didn't
Yeah,
know
man, we should get money.
But them's the breaks.
Oh,
that.
Oh,
Them's the
Boris.
breaks.
Oh, Boris. Yo, I kind of want to clip that. Like, I'm so happy. Guys, we run the world.
And by doing so, are ruling the world. On a positive note, despite all the angst
Thanks,
that
Skeletor.
we did succeed on that negotiation. DevEx published
Wow,
an article with the
Skeletor.
headline, "No mention of reproductive
She's a real bitch. I'm really a sweet guy. You guys have to trust me on this, but fuck her.
rights
I
in
can't.
Declaration."
I can't. She is.
It's almost
she
the
is.
right color white, though. You're right.
All she needs to do is throw her head back and cackle.
She just
She red.
looks like she's tearing into a manager at a fucking Walmart about
Oh yeah, definite Karen vibes.
yeah, like
100% with a coffee in
Manager!
hand,
Yeah.
screaming at somebody.
she just threw a Starbucks at a guy and like
She's on her 5th Starbucks today because she keeps lighting up the managers at all the local businesses. She's on her
I'm
4th
gonna call corporate.
corporate. She is a corporate calling ass.
I would like to speak to your manager.
Where's your
Ma'am,
manager?
I am the fucking manager.
I own the franchise. Go away.
I don't want your business. Just go. Take your money back. Leave.
out of G7 Development Ministerial. You can read more about this in the course materials section.
There's course materials.
this
Holy
is-
shit, bro.
Now, Tim, hold on. This is my last one, and then I'll stop bothering her. We're gonna run that couple lines back. Tim, just give a listen to the delivery. Like this girl,
Okay.
she is gonna be a star. Like I don't know. This is some of the best line delivery I think anyone's ever heard ever. Check it out.
She knows how to enunciate.
DevEx published an article with the headline, "No mention of reproductive rights in declarations out of G7 Development Ministerial." You can read more about this in the course materials section.
God.
Course.
Someone needs to like teach her how to
So bad.
not have those S's.
She was like trying to go up on certain parts, but then it was like the end of the word, and then she forgot. I guess, like that was just
Stop,
some real.
Tim.
That was some bad
Say-
delivery.
She
Say
needs a voice
soft,
coach.
sultry
Definitely.
words.
She definitely. You know what? This project. Hey, Project 2025. If you want to hire Mikey Famin Productions, it's very expensive.
It's
very expensive. But we can
gonna make
teach you
it-
how to read lines and teach you how to edit. Apparently, because
Yeah,
that was a
damn.
rough take, dude. Y'all just kept that one.
Oh, they're trying to do a oneer here. No cuts.
That,
No cuts.
that was the best take.
Oh, that was
God.
the good one.
Now,
I wanna
let's talk
see
about
the
the word
blooper reel.
abortion. The left got very creative years ago and started using different words to make abortion sound a little less like murder. For example,
Because it's not.
sexual and reproductive health, reproductive rights, sexual and reproductive health services, reproductive health services, sexual and reproductive
Boy,
health
hold
and
on.
reproductive
Pause
rights.
this. Let's take a gander at this little fucking infographic here. They're saying that health services is a stand-in for abortion, just general health services. If you go to the doctor
Yes.
and you say, "Hey doc, I got a cold," he's going to be like, "I'm not giving you an abortion." And
Oh, come on.
I have the flu. Abort me.
Sir, you don't have a uterus, sir. Please stop asking for an abortion.
be like, "No,
I want you to abort these kidney stones.
I just got a cold. I
It's
just
not
need
what
some
that word
medicine."
means, sir. Stop using it for everything.
Also,
My nose is aborting all everywhere.
Nope, still not what it means.
also,
All right, I'm done.
reproductive health services and reproductive rights. Like they just think anything healthcare related is just code for I want an abortion. Is that what's going on here? If you show up and you say, I think my arm's broken, the doctor's gonna be like, well, let's get that baby out of you. Like,
So, that's
what's going on?
That's another myth of the left that like pregnancy has to do with like the body. It's all spirit in there, Tim. It's
The
just
Holy
It's
Spirit.
the holy womb of spirit love in there. There
The Holy
is
Spirit
no
flowed
body
out the
involved.
dick into the uterus.
And the spirit nested there. And the spirit
And it's a
grows.
chapel. It's a chapel.
It's a
of
little
growth.
it's soft white swirling light that the little angel is being marinated in.
Marinated.
Yes, for 9 months
Every-
it marinates.
What is he? A steak?
Every woman's
roast.
uterus is the
Al
papal
Pastor
states.
tacos. Man, I want some Al Pastor
White
tacos.
people taco night.
All right, let's.
Crazy.
Now I'm hungry. Let's keep going.
All right.
I'll
Sexual
pause it one
and
more
repro-
time.
Oh,
All of these are the fucking same, with like a different word shuffled or added onto the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's yeah.
And where have you heard any of these, like, minus like reproductive rights and health services?
I mean,
Have
it's
you
all
heard any of
policy
these
language.
anywhere?
It's all policy language,
right.
Okay.
but that's it. If you're not a policy wonk, then yeah, you haven't heard most of this stuff.
Reproductive health and rights. All of these include abortion.
Yeah.
For
health
years, we
services.
knew that the terms
'Cause
above
it's
that I just
healthcare.
mentioned
Yeah.
had
Moron.
been used and
It's
that they were
medical.
code for abortion. The left and the career bureaucrats at state and USAID told us, oh, no, no, no. But then when I was negotiating with Canada for the G7 Development Ministerial,
Ollie.
Ollie, was she negotiating
What?
with you?
Yeah.
I wasn't there that day. I'm sorry.
He was taking some of that free health care that day.
She didn't
That's
say
right.
that she was negotiating with her counterpart that represented Canada. She was talking to the whole of Canada.
She walked up to the border and yelled,
You guys want to trade?
Manager of Canada, I have
guys-
some questions.
Want to talk to
What
your
is-
superior?
What does health services mean, Canada?
And then a beaver slapped her with its tail. He hopped up and went, pa, roundhouse beaver slap. That's my new gamer tag, roundhouse beaver slap.
Hilarious.
I said, well, can we just use these terms and add that does not include
Boink and
abortion?
beaver.
And their response was telling. They said, but it does include abortion. Even with that admission, I had a difficult time convincing political appointees.
I have a difficult time reading that prompter. Slow
Ollie.
it down.
She's gonna declare war on Canada. I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't know too much about Canadian government or politics,
No one
but
does.
is
What-
Canada
what politics?
is Canada a theocracy or a Christian state?
No.
Yes. Ollie, why would you say
Ollie,
that?
why would you say that?
God save the king.
Because she
King
seems
Ollie.
to think that Canada was founded by good Christian men.
It was.
And
it was
and
actually Tim.
all of you accept
Maybe.
Jesus Christ into your heart.
Probably.
I
I'll,
don't think so.
Into
Because-
my what? I've never done that before.
because she's operating under the assumption that everyone thinks the same way she does.
Well, she's wrong.
But she's right, Tim.
What do you guys know? You're not Canadian.
Anymore.
That
I
these
mean, Mark's
terms
almost
were
Canadian.
co-opted.
I'm Minnesotan. I am basically Canadian.
Yeah, you hear that accent?
Yep.
Shut up, don't you know?
Don't you know, eh?
Let's go get some hot dish there and go play some hockey, eh?
This is,
I've
thi-
seen.
This is
I've seen-
Canuck face. I will not take this.
All right, let's
Go
play a
back
little-
to New England, you poser.
How dare you.
Hey, I'm walking here. That's the best.
That's not Canadian.
Park the car. That's Boston. Park
Now
the
that
car.
that's
in the
it's
garage.
car pack. You got to pack the cat in the car pack
The car
so
pack.
that it doesn't get towed away from the car pack
I'm
and you still
gonna
have your car.
press start right her.
Press-
Another
Mikey,
example
we're just trying to be
hits
happy.
closer to
okay?
I said
Haven't we
her.
tapped out on
I
this
said
video yet?
her. I participated.
Okay.
Her.
Her.
Her
home
dress
and
is
highlights
made out
how
of drapes.
imperative it is for political appointees to ensure definitions are
Oh, that's a
correct
shower curtain.
and explicitly followed.
Can't afford
3
drapes.
days after President Trump took office on January 20th,
like a Dixie cup.
2017, he issued a presidential memorandum regarding the Mexico City policy. This became known as the Protecting Life and Global Health Assistance Policy, or the expanded Mexico City policy.
Heard it through the
When I
grapevine.
arrived at USAID in June 2017, I was the first political appointee in a bureau outside the front office, and the sixth political appointee in the building. Despite President Trump issuing a presidential
She
memorandum.
looks like she listens to reruns of Rush Limbaugh.
Hey, you guys want to hear something cool? I got Celine Dion. Slowest ballad music ever.
She looks
You
like
cannot put those two words together.
She looks
Cool
like
and Celine Dion don't go together.
she looks like she listens to audiobooks as read by Ann Coulter.
She's
Maybe.
definitely got all of Ann Coulter's works signed in her little shrine.
Let's do another minute of this and then move on to the other one because I honestly can't anymore.
The long minute.
At the very onset of his administration to immediately change course and to protect life. Even months later, his guidance was ignored. I remember hearing careers refer to this policy and even seeing documents that referred to it as the global gag order.
That sentence did not make sense. Am I tripping, or is she just really?
So
I've lost her.
I got part of it. Careers she's referring to as like career civil servants. So she's saying that she heard from career civil servants that like the policy was different than like what she heard it was.
We're at 11:24. So she said, I remember hearing careers refer to the, like, it's just the sentence is dumb.
Yeah, they're trying to use careers as like a slur for public servants.
But it just
Are you a
makes her
career or an
syntax crazy.
appointee?
Yeah. So
So that was a minute, right? I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's move on. Let's fucking
great
move on
minute.
to the other guy because he's
Wow.
got more fun things to say.
We sure love
Okay.
that minute. Sure gonna miss it. Bye,
Let's go.
minute.
Bye.
Bye.
That's a minute I
Bye.
used to have, and now it's gone.
Oh, Lord.
Government that
All right,
allows.
So
boy.
this fucking guy right here.
This fucking guy.
He was a policy guy for the Trump administration, and this video is about how to govern America conservatively. And I picked a spot in the middle that's pretty juicy.
Oh boy.
Okay.
For a decentralization of power into the states and to local government, and because of local government, self-government. This system of governing, of limited powers at the top, of more powers at the state level, and as many powers as possible, actually not controlled by politics.
Yeah, they blurred his background because I'm about to roast all them fucking library books. You see all them tags? Why you at the library, dude? Dewey Decimal all throughout this bitch. First of all, your glasses are better than Elastigirl, but still wrong shape for your fucking face.
Yeah, what's with the round glasses? I don't get it. Like he should have not square, but
Ovals.
yeah.
Not them ovals, like rectangular
No.
ovals.
He looks like
he needs a monocle.
he looks like
He needs
Harry
contacts.
Potter. He looks like Harry Potter took a career in law. Like that's what he looks like.
Hermione, can you bring me my schedule?
He got the throw towel from her fucking bath mat fucking dress. You got this, like, come on, y'all.
But allowed to be
And fucking move your camera up. I'm sick of looking at all you men's turkey gobbles all fucking day. Move your angle up. You look nasty. Yeah, fucking get my calls out for your look. It's breeding season.
Mitch McConnell looking motherfucker
Yeah.
over there.
governed by self-governing individuals
Put a mask on that motherfucker or something.
is what creates the essence of American democracy. The institutions of civil society, churches, schoolrooms, families, those are the most
Where's the
important
black people?
political institutions in our
There's no black people in
Those
Project
are the ones that pay the most.
Hey, where's the Mexican people? Where's the Indian people? Where's
There's
the Asian people?
Listen, he's talking about a country where there aren't minorities anymore. So
My bad.
Notice that church was mentioned first when he was talking about civil society. And then school and then family. So like, you know, goes God, country, family, whatever.
Did they warn us about Sharia law just to test our reaction?
Yes.
Maybe.
Just to see, like, yeah, that's bad, right?
Yeah. The Sharia laws. You guys don't like
You
Sharia
don't
law,
want
right?
that. Yeah.
You don't?
Yeah, it's Islamic. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, Muslim bad. Yeah.
It's yeah.
But if it was
it's all bad.
Christian, though, that would be like different,
Ooh.
right? Different.
Well, that's a typical Christian thing, though, is to steal from other religions, right? So
They're stealing the fucking the theocracy from them. Damn it.
Hey, you guys didn't read The Handmaid's Tale, right? Like, you don't get any of this,
Like,
right?
you're not catching these references right now.
Listen,
We
don't
banned Hulu.
don't see the show. You don't need to see the show. It's
Yeah,
not-
you guys don't
Hulu
have
is
Hulu,
being
do you?
banned. It's part 6 of Project 2025. Hulu
Yeah,
is now
no Hulu.
outlawed.
No Hulu season 6 of Handmaid's Tale.
they're gonna put Margaret Atwood in prison.
I have to. She's un-American.
Most important role in
Gilead
shaping
is
our
renamed
characters,
Trumpland.
shaping ourselves to be good self-governing citizens. The Constitution, the federal Constitution and the state constitutions, create a framework by which we can govern ourselves.
Yeah.
They are meant to secure the rights of the Declaration of Independence. They are meant to uphold the powers defined in their documents.
No.
is he a really good AI?
He might be.
He's a really bad person.
He's a really bad AI.
Tim, correct me if I'm wrong here. The Declaration of Independence is completely separate from the Constitution.
Yeah, he either misspoke or he doesn't know. The Declaration of Independence is a declaration of war. It doesn't guarantee anybody any kind of rights.
It's a big middle finger to Britain.
Yeah, it's
like
fuck
that's
off.
that's
It's
what the
we're outta here.
Declaration of Independence is.
The whole life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness thing that's in the Declaration of Independence is just sort of a this is what we want sort of thing,
Right.
and we're gonna take it. So like
Here's
it's not
the deal.
it doesn't even reference any kind of rights. It's just hey England, we're sick of your shit. Like
I'm not sure. He might have meant the Bill of Rights, but it's very telling that these dudes are on a fucking recorded training session and they can't even keep their like for us
They
to
can't
just
fact check.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like for us, just our 4 brains know that that's not right.
yeah, it
And
sounded
that got
wrong.
through all of their team of editors, their whole that slipped past everybody, and it didn't even occur to them that that's wrong.
I want to
can't
give him
afford
the benefit
editors.
of the doubt, but I don't know,
He's
man.
got should have too big a team working for him to give him the benefit.
He's got all those books behind him. One of
Hey,
them's
That-
got to be the fucking
Those are fake
Constitution.
books. That is just a
Tim, he
fucking
doesn't
picture.
read.
I guarantee you, there's a copy of the Federalist Papers right behind him.
I'm sure there's a dictionary that has like the definition of what the Declaration of Independence was. One
Yeah.
dictionary entry would clear it up for him.
And he's gone into it and crossed it out, and it just says Constitution.
Right. And then his initials next to it with,
Especially those that are delegated to the federal Constitution and
Where's the black people?
limited.
There are no,
federal level.
there are
And they
no
are meant
black
to
people
provide
anymore.
Mikey,
liberty
they're
for
working.
ourselves and our
Oh,
posterity.
okay.
For
This
free.
conception of government, these principles, was the American consensus.
Don't worry,
Despite-
they're
The American
3/5
consensus-
representative right
the
now.
American consensus. What did the black people have to say about this?
Yeah,
In a
go back
history
like
of
10
great
seconds. I
disagreement.
want to hear what this fucker says.
the federal level, and they are meant to provide liberty for ourselves and our posterity. This conception of government,
Okay.
these principles,
So
was the American
he was not
consensus.
misspeaking. He thinks the Declaration of Independence guarantees rights because
dumb.
that's what he was referring to.
He's a
Yep.
big dum dum. His brain is small with
Words
no
are
wrinkles.
hard.
Tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's just dumb.
He's just an
How
idiot.
dare you, Tim?
It's not Tim's fault he's an idiot.
No, but he was giving him the benefit of the doubt. How dare Tim?
No.
Did you delete him?
Yeah, I closed the wrong window. Hold on.
Well, that's the show, everybody. Our brains are a little mushy. Mikey
do this.
subconsciously ended the show.
Oops.
It's
Government
He was,
okay
very,
with
he
it.
was very upset there was no black people in any of those pictures.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm fed up. All right.
Keep going, keep going. Look for the founding fathers.
We never got to that picture. Did we? Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not calling
yeah,
them
we
the
did.
fucking founding fathers.
The white landowners.
The fucking.
Role in shaping our characters and shaping ourselves to be good self-governing citizens.
All right, this is where we're
The
at.
Constitution, the federal Constitution and the state constitutions, create a framework by which we can govern ourselves. They are meant to secure the rights of the Declaration of Independence. They are meant to uphold the powers defined in their documents,
Jesus.
especially those that are delegated to the federal Constitution and limited at the federal level. And they are meant to provide liberty for ourselves and our posterity. This conception of government,
Idiot.
these principles, was the American consensus.
I wish I had boom, 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 boom.
Push the goddamn button.
I got you, son.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Despite a history of great disagreements, and indeed the one exception proves the rule.
What'd you guys disagree about? Did you ask black people?
Outcast
And that
says
was
in
when
the
we-
chat, this guy likes gravy.
We had a fundamental disagreement over a fundamental question.
Hey, some black people.
Hey,
yeah, look at them.
Hey, we made it.
Oh.
Hey, what are we doing?
Slavery and the Civil War. John C. Calhoun famously said that slavery was a positive good. Chief Justice Taney said that slaves were property and that they had no rights that we were
this
bound
guy's
to
really
respect.
doing it.
And even Stephen Douglas,
is
the senator
horrible.
from Illinois,
He's gonna say it.
said that this should be solved through the questions of popular sovereignty. Anything, as long as the majority
Popular
consented.
sovereignty? Whoa, man.
Oh.
Holy shit, bro. I
Feeling ill.
didn't know they were going this far.
What's
Feeling
popular
ill.
sovereignty, Tim?
Well, you see,
Don't do it, Tim.
popular
Oh.
sovereignty
Don't-
is
don't do it.
basically the right of people to govern themselves.
Oh fuck.
Hey, look, if there's a big enough mob of us that says that we're gonna do something, that's what the law is. Get it?
And I
Popular
can't believe
sovereignty.
I fucking can't believe he references Chief Justice Roger B. Taney, probably the worst Chief Justice we've ever had.
Tim, you watch your goddamn mouth. Look at this handsome devil.
And even Steve said that slaves were
Look at that. Look at that handsome
So,
devil.
Faithful viewers will remember a past episode where we talked about Keith Olbermann talking about this fucking guy, and he said that Roger B. Taney was so hated by the time he was done with his Supreme Court term that they removed his bust from the Supreme Court, where all the other Chief Justices had a bust. He doesn't even have a bust in the building anymore
Get him out
because
of here.
everyone hated him so much.
Look at it.
I'm a
look at
stoner
it.
and I vaguely remember that.
I mean, look at that bust. I wouldn't want that thing sitting around in the corner staring
No.
at me all day. Hell no, get it out. No, you know what? Put it underground. In dirt. Play, damn it.
Play, damn it.
property, and that they had no rights that we were bound to respect. And even Stephen Douglas, the senator from Illinois, said that this should be solved through the questions of popular sovereignty.
God.
Anything, as long as the majority consented.
Populism.
It was Abraham Lincoln who objected to all of these arguments and instead recalled the nation to its founding principles, recalled it to its Constitution, but a Constitution which was understood in light of the principles of the Declaration. These ideas came to be challenged, and our system changed in many fundamental ways after the Civil War, especially the beginnings of the 20th century. When a movement, a growing movement of ideas, especially coming from
I think his head is bigger than when the video started.
Yeah, is it
It's growing.
He's like inflating slowly.
Germany,
bad
France,
for sure.
educational systems in Europe, led to what is called progressive.
Like less of him is fitting in the frame. And I don't think they're zooming in because the books are the same size.
I'm fairly certain the cameraman is just falling asleep, and it's
Well, it's hard to keep those Nokia phones. You know, it's hard to hold after a while.
They get real hot.
We've been here for
Progressivism.
43 hours. Please
The
stop.
progressives had certain anti-foundational principles at heart. They did not believe there were any truths or first principles. and grounded their system on a sense of relativism. They also believed that there were no principles that withstood the test of time. There were merely ideas that were historically bound and grounded. They believed that all things would progress and evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't believe in that.
Yeah, why would anybody want that? Fuck.
This
I'm
guy's
more
like
Turkey man.
This guy's like, evolution's a lie. Nothing ever evolves. Everything stays the same all the fucking time.
Yeah.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat.
Essentially,
Yeah.
It rides on the back of the universe, turtle.
Turtles
That's what
all the
Ollie
way down.
believes. That's what Ollie believes.
COVID
is-
is not real, and
Yeah.
it was caused by China.
You know, Tim, I think there's only one good argument for flat Earth, right?
Here we go.
Oh man, we
Quickly.
shouldn't have said nothing.
Quickly.
The Earth is covered by approximately 70% water. That water's not carbonated. Therefore, the Earth is flat.
Oh, that's a good one, Ollie. I'll give you that one. That's a
Right?
good one. That's
All
a good
right.
one.
So,
I just
Same.
lost several brain cells.
Continue, Mikey.
Proud of yourself.
Shame.
Can I go to bed?
That
Shame.
wasn't my fault.
No, there's still
That
11
led them
minutes
to
of this
a
video.
new theory of
Fuck off, Tim.
unlimited
No.
government. Indeed, they wanted to change the limited constitutional system that defined our republic to one of a growing, evolving, and living constitution. The key operational part that they designed.
No. It was originally built to be a living document.
Yeah.
The progressives didn't come along and transform it into a living document. It has
Yeah.
provisions in it to make amendments. Dumb shit.
In fact, there were 15 amendments, 16 amendments after Lincoln was done being president. So it was already changed 16 times. By the time Lincoln was done being president,
And then
you
the
know,
progressives said it's now a living document.
so they'd already changed it. It's
Right.
already a living document.
It's been lived, dude.
Well, he wants to undo those amendments. He wants to go back to the original Constitution. White
No,
landowners
he wants to go
are
to
the
the
only ones that
Declaration
can
of
vote.
Independence, apparently.
We should go back to war with Britain. That'd be fun.
Yeah, Articles of Confederation. Like how far back do you Plymouth Doctrine? Like what do you want? What do you want? Like a scrap of paper from Plymouth Rock? Is that
Oh, yeah,
the only document that we should use because it's the first thing that they ever wrote? These fucking
Corn.
tribalistic like little idols that they make for like old white dudes in the like 1600s is fucking bizarre. It's just so bizarre. No one gives a fuck about what they wrote. They're fucking long dead. It is a totally different Earth than then. Who fucking cares what they said?
Was what they called administration, what we
Yeah,
today
you
refer
tell
to as
those glasses
administrative
do look
government.
fucked up.
Government would be mostly
It
conducted
just makes him look more like a turtle, you know?
It does. It does. It does.
by experts, bureau.
He's giving real Dana Carvey vibes.
Well,
I'm telling you, he looks
I-
like a younger Mitch McConnell.
kind of, but
Mitchie
those are
McConnell.
magnifying his eyes. If he didn't have those glasses on, you'd barely be able to see his eyes because they're always so squinted.
Looks like he should be in some
So,
fantasy workshop.
yeah.
with his fucking zoomed in eyeballs.
Yeah.
bureaucrats who were not within the Congress or the executive, at least in terms of being subject to the consent
Spit
of the
it out.
governed. They were independent of politics, separated, such that they would conduct government outside of consent. That was also
He's
based on a
talking
new
about the
theory of
administrative
rights.
state.
Mm-hmm.
Job of government was still to secure those rights, but those rights were no longer those consistent with and defined by our nature as much as created.
Wait a second now. Is he reading off a teleprompter or something in his lap?
He's got notes. He's reading off of notes.
I think he's got both, and he just sucks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
They
too.
should-
That's,
His
I
notes
think
just
that's
say
fucking
you
him
can-
up.
His notes just say you can do it.
Maybe. Yeah.
You
They
got
needed-
this.
They needed to hire some like actors to do this shit, man.
I mean, we would have done it, but it would have just cost them so much money.
It would have. It would
Yeah.
have.
So much money.
By government, especially by courts, based on the demands of groups, claims, What the progressives wanted was to
Jump cut.
establish a freedom from nature, a liberation
Freedom
from human nature,
nature?
such that it becomes the autonomous
Oh
pursuit of
man, I know what this dude's
self-realization.
fucking talking about.
And so the job of
Is he going into like the naturalism bullshit?
Yeah, he's
That
going
now
to
we're
like
all
the state of
witches.
nature shit. Yeah.
We're all witches that that idolize the earth, and that's why we don't believe that these old white dudes should just be able to own people.
Nah, it's even crazier than that. He's talking about like philosophical state of
Kant-
nature.
like Kant.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Kant and what the fuck is his name? Maybe Hobbes.
Yeah.
Like those guys that are like humans are just like primal beings who just need to be primal beings, and anything beyond that is just like decadence.
Right. You're putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, like humans, they're things he's talking about is humans survive best in their natural state with like, you know, natural gender roles and
Leopards.
yeah, and like people who are better than other people and like survival of the fittest and Darwinism and all that stuff. Like that's what he's talking about.
As if anyone believes that.
government is to secure that liberation of what the human wills. An objection to the progressive movement, actually, is the origins of what we today call conservatism. But here I would actually associate the actual beginnings of conservatism with a rejection of progressivism.
So let me get this straight. Your position is I'm not that.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
And I do so to remind us of the debate here in the American context of these two great alternatives. In particular, in the election of 1912.
Now, those are some spectacles.
Damn. They're just resting on his nose. No
Just-
ear
just-
stuff at all.
That's a pince nez is what that is. I've never actually seen one of those floating on a person's face.
Yeah, right?
I don't want it anymore.
That dude had a nose of steel,
Oh my god, he probably had the worst snore.
right?
He had like a whistle.
Both Woodrow Wilson
He could change the pitch with his sunglasses and his regular glasses.
and Theodore Roosevelt were pursuing and arguing for progressive ideas.
He looked like a villain.
And then later we associate this argument
Roosevelt
with
just did.
Calvin Coolidge, for instance, began to see that this was a threat to our Constitution and behind the Constitution to the groundings, the philosophical groundings in the Declaration of Independence. That pushback, that beginning of
Why?
conservatism,
Why the Declaration
we
of
see then
Independence?
argued in
Why not the
especially
Bill of
in the
Rights?
judicial context where it
Bill
first
Wright's bad.
became evident. We see it in the
Bill Wright's
pushback
bad.
against the New Deal that ultimately culminated
Ah, yes,
in
the New
Barry
Deal,
Goldwater's
the
campaign,
conservative boogeyman.
or in the arguments against
Hold on. Hemingway's The Killers
Ooh,
with starring Lee Marvin, and guess what, Tim? It's in color this week.
wow!
Holy shit!
Look at the other side is loans, Dial Finance.
I wonder if they're still around.
No.
I'm on it. Where's this?
Dude,
This-
look
do
at
we
the
have any
fucking-
clues?
Dude, look at the retro ass fucking the cop choppers, dude.
I know.
They're so rugged. It looks like a movie. It's so funny. There's so
I'd drive
little.
one of
There's
those.
so little on them. You know, like that's a motorcycle.
Yeah,
When I
it's
think
just
of a motorcycle.
just a motorcycle with like 2 extra lights on it,
That's
and
hilarious.
a big saddle. That's about it.
Loans.
the Great
Dial
Society, which led
Finance.
to the great efforts of Ronald Reagan in the 1980s.
Ah, Ronald Reagan.
Satan himself.
Santa Ana, California.
So
Or the
how
Yelp
then do we
page.
proceed? How do we learn from the
All
principles
right.
of the American founding going forward in a world of disagreement?
Don't you say you're gonna progress?
Maybe
He
you should
can't-
read them.
He can't progress.
He's
not
opposite
allowed
of
to.
progressing.
He's not allowed to progress.
So he better not say
That's-
anything that's
That's
gonna
our
move us
thing.
forward.
He can't fucking take that
He
from
can't
us.
go forward, Tim. He better
He
not.
has to go back.
He must.
Back to the future.
In a world of particular circumstances
Mhm.
informed by those ideas. And here I actually want to reintroduce an idea that itself is built upon an older and more classical understanding of politics, a world of politics, what I would suggest the founders had at least one foot in. That is to introduce the cardinal virtue of prudence. It's
Oh my God.
Yo.
The cardinal virtue of prudence.
This is what they want the MAGA guys to get into. If you want to be a MAGA manager, a MAGA regional manager, you need to work on your cardinal virtue of prudence.
So St. Augustine identified 4 cardinal virtues.
Oh, do tell.
Prudence, which makes it possible for people to choose that act which here and now best helps them move in the direction of their final end.
Hey,
Let's
get
see
back
what
in front of your mic.
Oh, sorry. I want to see what the other ones are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We couldn't barely hear you.
Oh, yeah. Apparently prudence is the mother of all virtues because it is the first step to becoming a good person.
So Donald Trump is your fucking guy, and you're talking about the fucking cardinal virtue of prudence? This dude has never pruded in his life.
Let's see. Okay, so the 4 cardinal virtues are prudence,
Famine.
justice, fortitude,
Damn it.
and temperance.
Oh, Lord. They don't have any of those. Give them to me again?
Prudence,
Yeah.
justice, fortitude save, and temperance.
They do none of this. They do none of this.
I reiterate, can I go to bed now?
No. You
close
don't
for
get
me
to
too,
go to
buddy.
bed until
What kind
we're
of
done.
fucking prudence are you showing right now? God damn it.
The sleepy kind,
The
bitch.
sleepy prudence. Jurors prudence.
I'm trying to sludence over here.
Trying to get my sleuds on.
All right, so
Hit that
reading through
snooze
this,
button.
reading through the description of these very quickly, prudence is like
Good song.
like you're a lawful good character. All right, in D&D terms.
A paladin.
Justice is your will save. Fortitude is fortitude, obviously.
Yeah.
Fort save.
Fort saves.
And then temperance. Temperance is your wisdom check.
In case someone tries to use like a confuse ray on you.
Or they make you do sex things. I don't know, like a charm or something. Like you got to make a goodwill fucking save for that. And wisdom.
What's the spoken word kill?
Oh yeah, power word kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better have your shit in a row.
Anyway, so they want you to have. They want you to be godly. They want you to be godly. Power word prudence.
It's in the Declaration of Independence. If
There
you
it
look
is.
at that famous second paragraph, the first part of the paragraph introduces all those.
Hold on.
When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bonds in which have connected them with another.
Well, keep going, Tim.
Yeah, I don't wanna.
And to assume among the powers of the earth the separate
Earth.
and equal station to which the laws of nature and the nature's gods entitle them. A
See,
decent
this is where he's
respect of the opinions
all
of
this shit.
mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. So this is weird.
Yeah, so a lot of this stuff Jefferson plagiarized from philosophers.
Yes, this
So-
is Jefferson all over it.
It's because here's what
French
happened.
bitch.
Jefferson considered himself a philosopher, and he's not. But he liked
took
to steal
air
from
baths.
he liked to steal from other better philosophers. And the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness thing. Oh, who did he steal that from? It wasn't Kant.
It was someone
another.
French, I'm sure. He loved French people. He ate French fries every day.
Because originally it was life, liberty, and pursuit of property.
Well, while you Google that, let me read the second paragraph
Yeah.
here. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
I have it.
Okay.
Life, so related to the natural rights of life, liberty, and property is John Locke, a British philosopher.
British traitors.
He stole so much from John Locke. Like the Declaration of Independence is just like John Locke distilled down. And like, he was just a sort of a natural rights, honor and duty kind of philosopher. Like,
but he hung out with aristocrats and royalty. So he's just, fluttering around social butterflying. Like, oh, well, wouldn't it be great if we just, did this? Wouldn't it be good? Like, he's that dude. Like, he never did anything for anyone except for float around talking about how he had known everybody. He's the OG Trump.
And he was in that play.
Hamilton?
Yeah.
Abstract ideas.
Lin-Manuel
All men are
Miranda.
created equal. These are self-evident truths. Governments secure those rights based on consent. But that's
He certainly
one
didn't believe
sentence,
all
and
men
the
were
very
created
next
equal.
sentence begins,
black
prudence
people.
will dictate. That is to say, prudence is this operational virtue, this moral virtue, this central
pause it.
virtue of the statesman.
So the full statement here that he's ignoring is prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind are more something, like
dark side.
Something, yeah.
Something dark side.
He's talking about prudence in like the form of like international relations, like being prudent when dealing with other governments. He's not talking about religious prudence, even though he was like a preacher's son or whatever.
But I think in this, when they're talking to England or whatever, they're saying that, yeah, we're going to be, we'll have laws that are our laws, right? And it's not going to be this, well, I'm in charge of this and I'm in charge of that. So everyone gets that you're not supposed, the pendulum is not supposed to swing so violently. So prudence in that regard, where you're making conscious decisions to, I don't know, progress the fucking society forward. Like, you can't have prudence unless you're trying to progress. Like, that's the point.
And like 3 sentences before that, he's talking about if a government becomes destructive, it needs to go away. Like,
nope, just gonna not highlight that part. So there you go. It's not there. Technically.
Something
That
dark side.
whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. Now that sounds like pretty progressive.
That's fucking anarchy is what that is.
Sounds pretty, it sounds like it's progressing.
Which translates
Get your hands out of my
abstract
face.
truths, fundamentals, and how do we apply them in particular circumstances. And that is also an essential quality of conservatism. Taking a principle, a thing that does not change, that's abstract, that's true, that's a universal, and applying it in particular circumstances.
So taking some vague notion that you think you are in charge of your own destiny, thus making you in charge of everyone. Suck my dick.
Yeah,
the kingdom
seriously, bro.
of America shall rise.
Like, we vote on shit, weird ass.
Such that it has an actual reality, also a truth, in that time. Conservatism should not be approached as itself a set of doctrinal ideas that never change. Our policy disagreements are just that, things that change depending on the circumstances.
Well, that sounds like
we must be
progressivism.
consistent and strong and
He's
clear
communist.
on the principles of the
Get 'em.
matter, but we must be adaptive and innovative and flexible
Progressive.
in practice. And that is itself an essence, an essential quality of conservatism.
No,
it
it's
is
not.
No, it's not.
You just wasted fucking 3 minutes of our lives and you got your own fucking party wrong. These kids are fucking dumb, dude. These kids are fucking dumb. we're gonna fucking wash their ass. Like, dude, everybody go fucking register right now. Like, this is so, like, these dudes are so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not know the basics of civics in this country? Like, how did you get all of that out of 3 years of history? Like, you just got it all wrong. None of it's right.
If anyone watching this joins our Patreon and can
We're not
prove they're
supposed to mention
registering,
We don't mention it.
Yeah.
It's
They'll go there if they want to.
if you give us money, however you want to give us money.
Do we have enough followers for the super chat yet?
No.
Damn it.
I will send you $1 if you register to vote for the first time.
That's why I'm not pushing the other one. It's like, just
Like
fucking
and subscribe.
Get fucking people in here so we can get monetized, and then I'll bring up the other one.
We'll super chat the shit out of this.
I want X in the chat says I want to live this way, and I'm gonna make you do the same. Yeah, I don't want to live like y'all. I don't want it.
So
I don't want this.
I love how the first video talked about creative ways of using words to change the narrative of what things mean. And this is literally making progressive thought on changing things conservative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys have meetings? You talk about shit
No.
beforehand?
We don't need
They
them.
don't have
Or you just
meetings.
or
For
you
what?
just talk to Gobbles here and let him
Is
say
that-
whatever the fuck he wants.
Meetings for what? Oh, so we could coordinate. Hey, he said we should have meetings to coordinate. That's probably a good idea, right?
Damn it!
Yeah,
I
we're
shouldn't
gonna
have
do
given them
meetings.
ideas.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing that Monday is good, right? Monday. We're gonna do Monday. They're dumb, dude. Like, they don't know what they're doing.
I don't. Yeah, I
let's put
honestly
them in
don't know.
charge.
Like, if he's referring to a set of like founding laws and principles, it's the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. It's not a declaration of war against Britain. It's just Thomas Jefferson waxing philosophical about war.
Yeah.
It's not a set of principles or a doctrine to follow. It's just Thomas Jefferson saying, "Hey, England, fuck you. We're going to do it better."
I don't.
We didn't really, but
And
you know,
then
that's a-
yeah, the whole all men are created equal stuff is bullshit because he was a slave owner, and like, you know,
But just that. But just consider that for a second. Just consider what you know about those old fucks, and what they were writing and what they're saying versus what they're doing. On what fucking planet does a grown ass adult say that to someone non-white as if it's not the most heretical, batshit craziest shit you've ever heard in your goddamn life?
yeah,
Like, how do you look me in the face and tell me that this man believed in all men are created equal and they have inalienable rights endowed by their creator? Like, how do you look at me and then you say, well, it's in the history books? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. It's fucking wrong.
Look at the history. Look at the history.
It's just, it doesn't matter because these dudes are not fucking noble characters to be famed after.
yeah, like
I will say there were some founding fathers that did try to get rid of slavery.
Yeah, not hard enough.
Well, but the thing is, it would have devolved into no America if they hadn't made
Good.
the awful compromises.
Good.
No, then Britain comes back and conquers it one by one, which might actually would never. Yep, you're right. It was bad.
Good.
They should have just let
Then
Britain come
we
back.
don't deserve a country. If you need
Here's-
slavery to have a country, then you don't get one.
here's the problem with all that stuff is that like even the supposedly, you know, the North, which was a lot of the states had you know, anti-slavery laws. Even the North fucking capitulated to the southern states in the Constitution because the compromise that created the 3/5 slave rule was called the Connecticut Compromise.
So it's
The-
Connecticut's fault.
So I blame
It
Tim.
partially
Okay.
Tim did it.
because they
Tim did
they
it.
were like they didn't want to have no power.
Right.
And there's a lot more people in the South than there were in the North because of slavery.
I just-
So
this feigned ignorance about where all this shit came from and why it's all written the way that it is just so stupid.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
like, dude, none of that shit happened. Like those people didn't believe the things that you keep trying to tell everybody that they believed.
yeah.
We didn't have a civil war over fucking states' rights to fucking, make sure that everyone drove on the right side of the road. Like, that is not what they fought over. And you fucking know it. And we had to fucking dance around this fucking bullshit for half a day. Like, nah, dude.
And the beginning of his whole thing that we watched there, where he was talking about decentralizing power from the federal government down to the states, down to local government, is just what the southern states wanted.
Yeah.
They wanted a weak federal government so they could push it around. That's what the Articles of Confederation were. And they wanted state government to trump federal government.
Right.
Because they wanted to do whatever the fuck they wanted, which was slavery.
Unabashed and unfettered.
Anytime.
But I'm supposed to maybe Project 2025 is for me. There is no part of this that is convincing. Like, this is just like the worst confessions, and they don't even get it.
Slavery was good for black people.
Yeah, they gained skills.
Yeah, life skills.
Fucking Ron DeSantis.
What an idiot.
Anytime someone says states' rights, it is dog whistle and it is code for going back to a time where slavery was acceptable and women couldn't get abortions, which is kind of now. And
women couldn't vote.
And women couldn't
vote.
Let's
go farther back, Tim.
Yeah.
Or rights go away.
Yeah, like women were property, black people were property.
A golden age.
Law.
We thought it would last forever.
It's like one of those things like make America great again. Okay, well tell me when America was great.
1837.
They're like they always bring up like shit before the desegregation kicked in, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Okay. That's
1938.
And then they stare you down.
Peak America was like 2014.
2007.
Ooh, 2007 was good America.
Hey, LMFAO was out.
Oh man,
McDoubles were still $1.
Oh yeah, dude. 2007 might have been the best year this country's ever had.
And Obama was like lighting to the end of his presidency, so he didn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, he was coasting. He was brown suiting it.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that was his.
Oh, that's first term. Right?
Term, second term.
That was the second term.
Okay.
He was going into his second term.
Oh, that's right. Obama is winning his second term in 2007.
The change is still possible.
It's the campaign. So yeah, man.
We hope and changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably peak America.
2007. Oh, and it's before the financial crisis.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like right before the bubble. And then we were bitching about gas because the war was going back then.
Wait, so that wasn't Obama. That was Bush then.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
He won in 08.
That was the end of the Bush era.
That was the end of the Bush administration.
That was Katrina then.
But then that was also the beginning of the Hope and Change campaign.
Before Katrina, 2007.
That's right, because Obama became president during the financial crisis.
Correct. I just want $1 McDoubles back. That's all I want.
I just want a burrito supreme for 89 cents or whatever Outcast is talking about. Like, come on, man.
I want my college life of me and my buddies going to McDonald's at 1 a.m., spending $20 and getting food for like 30 people.
Yeah. I know that burrito costs you 10 cents to make. Give it to me for 89 cents. Let's go.
Give it to me now.
Stop hoarding all the guac.
I don't want to pay $5 for it.
Look, I don't have $100 for this burrito that I want, so I'm gonna need you to just give it to me for a normal person price. We did not all hit the lottery. I don't know what all the fucking fast food people thought, but there was no lottery winners in this town. Like, chill.
Did I tell you guys the time we broke a Taco Bell?
How did you break the Taco Bell?
Order 3,000 cinnamon sticks.
We ordered all their churros.
Oh my god, hilarious.
I think it was 189 orders of churros.
See, in 2007,
the line was 40 cars long into the street because they had to stop making all of their orders to do that.
Hilarious.
Why would you not call them?
That's no fun.
That poor Taco Bell.
We paid them we overpaid them for it.
Well, as long as you like gave
What a
them money.
fool. That's a corporation. It's not mom and pop.
No, but you feel bad for no, we paid the workers.
Oh.
They paid them. They paid the workers so
Who
that they would
immediately
make
got
all of the churros.
They didn't pay Taco Bell shit. They didn't get rung up at
Taco
all.
Bell.
If anyone is asked when was America great, and they say any time before like 1970,
Racist.
you're wrong.
You're just a racist. Yeah. You're just a bigot. And I'm done not calling bigots bigots. Like I'm done. Like this dude, like that dude, and those two ladies are bigots. They just are.
Yeah.
And if it takes you guys a couple of steps to get there, that's fine. You can catch up with me at the end. These are bigots. These are people who are gonna. These are the people protecting the guys in Nashville right now who went after a biracial couple out having a picnic. You know, the Nazis are on the march in Nashville. You know, like these people protect these guys. These people set things up for these guys. They will be looking for them to be their little co-captains for their little brown shirt brigades running around looking for illegals and shit like that. Like these aren't good people. They clean up real good, but they're still wet rats at the end of the day.
And like this, I mean, I didn't watch this entire fucking video. I only skipped to the middle part because it looked like it was viewed the most. But the entire like 10 minutes of this video we watched were entirely coded to say that white people are good and pure, and if you're not white, get the fuck out. Like you don't have the virtue of prudence, and it's not the olden times where all the white people are dressed so nicely and all the black people are, well, slaves, I guess, or they don't exist.
Right.
Well, they're working, so we can't see them.
And even in the parts where he said slavery is bad, it was, here's 5 dudes who thought slavery was good, and then Lincoln was like, nah, guys, slavery, we don't like that, but it's a states' rights thing.
Right. So it's like
Yeah.
he presented the positive case for slavery.
Yeah.
Presented a lukewarm, well, you know, Lincoln said it should be a states' right thing. So the next thing I really want to talk about is just, like, wait a minute.
And then I guess the Civil War happened, but we don't really need to go over that. Like,
when the North made Georgia howl.
Yeah, and then he didn't mention Jim Crow. He didn't mention the civil rights era, and he didn't mention fucking Trump and all of the racist things that Trump has ever said.
And also, I want to hop on my soapbox for one more second. Stop fucking saying that Trump has black friends every time someone calls him racist. There are other races. He hates Mexicans and Asians and everyone who's a Muslim from the Arab countries. So it's not just the black people, okay? We're not the only race that qualifies for racism.
Are you a blonde white woman? No?
Yes.
He doesn't care about you.
Yeah, right? And he barely cares about blonde white women.
If he can remember their names. There's that one he's got his eye on as soon as she's old enough. What? She's old enough? What? She's my daughter? Oh.
I was going to make the daughter joke.
Well, if I'm king...
I'll make it legal to be with your daughter.
You got to keep the loyal Ryan pure.
Dude, that's the thing. And people back this guy up. He fucking says weird shit about his kid, man, and they love him. So fucking weird.
They just changed what he means.
Look at me, boys. Look at me, boys. If I ever say something about my daughter like that, come to my house
beat your ass.
and unalive me. It's a clone. It's a clone, and it's made its way.
The Mikey Feynman clone.
It's a clone. I tell my wife that all the time. Like, if you see me do X, destroy it with fire. It's a clone because it's not me. I would never do something like that.
Mikey, what's the tallest bridge near you?
I don't know, man. I'm in the prairie states. We don't have a lot of elevation here.
I'm gonna need you to meet me at the tallest bridge closest to you.
We'll go to
I have a present.
Starved Rock. I'll just go to you.
Also, Trump isn't getting Don Jr. the help he needs. I mean, obviously, that dude just like lives in a mountain of cocaine.
So much cocaine.
Yeah.
And no one talks about Eric anymore. I haven't seen or heard from him in quite some time.
They're distancing themselves.
Oh yeah, Ivanka and what's his name got the fuck out.
There they go.
They took their money and ran.
Dude,
literally.
They're smart.
Dude.
Like that's the smartest thing they could have done.
Dude, how sick would it be? CNN gives Melania Trump her own show after she divorces Trump.
Oh my god.
That would be the sickest, fucking greatest. Like, if they want to be the GOATs, they need to get to her. Get her to divorce him. Get her to do like a tell-all, whatever show. Give her own thing. Like, oh, what's up? It's Mondays with Melania. And she gets her own little thing. She can have her own life outside of that. Just give us the dirt. I want to know what this little grimy little shit bag is like. Because he's got diapers on. Whilst he's telling everybody what to do with their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
How does she change them? Does she change them? Does somebody else do it? Who helps? This is the shit I want to know.
Well, gentlemen, we should probably wrap up because I haven't heard Ollie say anything in a long time, and he's probably really exhausted.
He's playing video games.
I am. He's trying to get my dailies done.
He's golfing.
But hey, next week's the debate.
I like it.
Next week is the debate. We're gonna do that live the 10th.
Tuesday.
Ooh, that's gonna be hard for me. I have school Tuesday night. I might be home in time.
Well,
you don't have school anymore. You're sick that day.
I think
if the debate's at like 8 my time, then I'll be home in time.
I think we have a StreamYard, or maybe I'll figure something out for Skype. I want to do a town hall for that. So if you guys are longtime listeners and you don't mind being on camera, I will shoot out some links and shit like that, and we'll get everybody in here. We can all laugh together and drink heavily.
So much drinking.
So much drink. I'm actually gonna buy liquor.
I don't want to be drunk on a Tuesday.
Well, I mean, the asteroid's coming whether you're drunk or not, Mark. So
yeah, it's gonna happen whether you're drinking or not. You might as well be happy while you're doing it.
I ought to be able to think for my job, man.
I can give you the Mikey Famine way to make sure that you never get a hangover. It's a secret tradition that I will tell some people on a secret website that starts with letter P. I'll record the video right after this.
It's cocaine.
I have a surefire way to never get a hangover.
But yeah, let's we'll wrap it up here, and we'll see you at the debate. Thanks for watching. Speaking from the center. Like and subscribe on fucking YouTube. Do it if you haven't done it. Do it right now.
Get us to where we need to be.
Please.
Like, subscribe, comment in nice ways.
Or we're gonna start fucking hacking your fucking channels and making you.
Yeah. There's like
compromising all your
10
passwords.
people watching right now. I don't know how many of those people are us, but if you haven't done it, do it.
Do it.
10 people watch.
Coward.
Then yeah,
I forgot to like the video.
Okay. Well,
I like the video.
I'll like the video. Oh, I already liked the video. I unliked it and then liked it again.
Oh,
does that count for double?
I think it does. Let's just keep doing.
I'm gonna report the video.
I'm gonna report Tim liking the video. How do I report that?
Let's see.
There's a lot of sexual.
I want to click on his like and report it.
I'm
There's a lot of sexual content.
I'm gonna report Mikey's racism against white people.
his anti-racism.
I find Mikey's racism offensive to white women.
Correct. I'm always trying to keep the white woman under my thumb.
Where the white women at?
It's not going on the board.
Name that movie.
It's the Western. It's the Mel Brooks one.
Oh,
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles. There you go. I don't like.
Looky
Mel
here,
Brooks.
boys.
I don't like Mel Brooks. I'm not of that generation, so it's just pure offense to me. It's just disgusting to me from top to bottom. It was like, no, you got to remember that you're not us, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I can't do that, so.
All right. Let's get the fuck out. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. We'll see you next time. Push the button.
Push the goddamn button.
You heard what she said.
You heard what she said.
You heard what she said.